Greetings. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Sky F1 Vodcast. Joining myself and Natalie Pinkham today. We've got a couple of teammates in different places around the world, but it's a warm welcome to the AlphaTauri duo of Pierre Gasly and Daniil Kvyat. How are you, boys?
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you.
Excellent. How are you keeping? Where are you at the moment, Pierre?
So I'm currently in Dubai. I arrived in Dubai after Australia because this was the plan before the Bahrain Grand Prix. And since then, basically, they shut down all the airports in Italy, so I could not go back home. And my only option was France, and I didn't feel like I wanted to take any risk for my family there. So decided to stay in Dubai with my trainer. So now it's been a couple of weeks here.
It's not a bad place to be stranded, and you clearly must be training hard because you haven't got much else you can do.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I'm not going to complain because I think it's difficult for everyone. And right now we have a good place. We are quite lucky. We have a gym. The hotel puts all the weights and treadmills in the room next to ours, so we can keep like training every day. And it's nice setup. So it's just a bit far from everything, from the family. After a couple of weeks, I start feeling like I like to go home, but it's not a bad place, clearly.
Looks like there's a PlayStation controller behind you as well. That's a bit of a giveaway. So if it's not been training, it's been a bit of that too.
Yeah, it's a lot of training, so that's good. Like I'm probably in my fittest shape right now, so I'm really happy about it. And we still got a couple more weeks to train, but yeah, of course, a lot of time to kill. So playing a bit PlayStation with the guys. Only downside in Dubai is I don't have my own simulator, so that's a bit. I need to play with Call of Duty and FIFA with the guys, but and then after a bit of study, I'm working on my Italian right now, trying to pass my boat license as well. So studying a couple of things. Once I can pass once I get back home. Yeah.
Oh, you're putting your time to good use. What about you, Danny? How's it going in Monaco?
It's okay. Obviously, not so much going on, I guess, like for everyone, but we are still allowed to be outside time to time for training, and it helps a lot. So a bit of running, sometimes it helps, some fresh air, and ordered a lot of elastics, a lot of weights, tools to set up a little gym here. So to keep up in shape, so there's a lot of time to train and read and watch some movies, and also have a little simulator, but it's not the same as reality. So just starting to miss a bit, I guess, like everyone, the real driving part. So
did you cut your own hair?
Yeah.
Snap.
Sorry.
We're just saying, both Nats and I said at the same time, did you cut your own hair? Did you get the shape?
Yes, I
Very
did.
good.
I did my own hair. It's
how many millimeters?
It took me about 1 hour. Like
1 hour.
Yes.
Oh, we lost you.
Yes, now I'm here again.
How many millimeter? How many millimeter you did? Like 6 millimeters or?
I did too much in the beginning. It's already 3 weeks. It grew back. It was almost to zero completely in the beginning.
You look like a Russian mafioso or something. Like a GTA character. You could be in GTA character. Yeah.
That's what I tried. That was my aim.
Hey, Pierre, talking of dodgy haircuts, I saw that photo you put up for Grosjean's birthday. Wow.
Yeah, I think this one was it's actually funny because so I had my computer and I was looking back at some old pictures, and then I found that one like a couple of days before Roman's birthday, and I thought, okay, that's it was like 12 years ago. I think my hair was even more disaster than his one, but he looked quite younger and quite different. And I remember that day because for me it was the first time I had my biggest prize from the French Federation, and I was with Jules, Romain, and Sebastian on stage, and I was pretty young. I remember I was quite impressed at that time, and it was a nice memory.
So are you going the other way then, Pierre? Are you just gonna keep going yours for the next 2 months?
I'm waiting.
It's a fair boost on you.
I'm waiting to see Daniel so he can cut my hair as well. But
I can give you some tips. I'll send you the video of how to do it right.
yeah, it's getting pretty bad. But I have no barber. I have no trust in my trainer to cut my hair. I have no trust in my own skills to cut my hair as well. So I think I'll leave it like this for now.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with mine as well. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not trusting my wife. No chance.
Easy, guys. Come on.
Danny, question from Mara, who's our Sky Italia reporter. She wanted to know how your electric guitar concert's going at your house.
Yeah, she knows about it. I got an electric guitar here at home, which I didn't have time to practice, and actually it's going well. I'm taking a lot of online lessons now that I have time, and I got better at it, and it's a lot of fun. It has so many different options of how it can sound, like heavy metal, a bit more acoustic and stuff like that. And I'm playing a lot. Luckily, I have headphones, so my neighbors don't suffer too much.
You should do a concert on the balcony.
I'll film it, I think, and I'll send it to you.
Can't you do it live for us now?
Yeah, you should
get
do
up
it
and
live.
ready to go.
I know you're good.
Time.
But I know you're good as well, because you were already good like by the end of last year. Like you will play sometimes in the hospitality or in your room, and it will still be already like decent level. So now is all the time you have had, for sure you must be pretty
Yeah,
good.
it helps. Like practicing, it's all about that really in this in the guitar. Like I just do every day, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, and it's enough. Like to some songs, like I like Metallica songs or Green Day, and in the beginning it's hard, but then you do it for 1-2 hours in a row, and it's like it comes to you. It's really satisfying. So it's cool.
Come on, Danny, please, can we just hear a little bit now?
Just a little bit.
I love Green Day. I literally, that's the track of my youth. Please.
It's hard to set it up.
Come on! I'm sure you have like a.
You must have an acoustic. We want to hear this.
Danny.
Come on. We'll talk to Pierre whilst you get it set up.
Yes.
I need to. Come on, guys. I have like 20% of battery.
That's okay. That's enough. We only need 5%.
I like that. He's got his pants hung up on the thing in the background as well.
Wait, I don't even know how to put it on now.
Fine. That's fine. We need to hear you.
He's really good because he brings usually his guitar to the track, and
not always.
Not always, but like a couple of times last year. Already at the wind test, I think I saw you with Dan as well.
I wasn't that good actually.
But was the acoustic? No, you are not the.
Yeah, the acoustic. It's harder. I think the acoustic is much harder than.
Anyway, we are looking at something I'm not sure we want to see right now.
Sure.
That's perfect. That's good. Do you want me to give you an intro? Oh, yes. Just give it something really heavy.
Come on.
Oh, heavy.
There you go.
I know you can do more.
Metallica. Yeah. Is that Metallica?
Yeah.
Very good.
Heard that one?
Anything else?
Green Day.
Okay. Wait, let me. It's a bit harder. I'm just practicing this. Or Crazy Train. Do you know Crazy Train?
You hum it, I'll play it. Or is the other way around?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Go on.
Hi, dude.
Very, very good.
Enough, guys.
We
Go
love
through
it.
the shower.
Do
You
you
got better,
sing
huh?
as well?
Sorry?
Do you sing as well?
He does.
No,
He does.
I need the singer. Pierre,
No,
come
I
on.
know you do. I know you do.
Come on, Pierre.
Yeah, I heard you a couple of times last year, especially going to NASA last year. Do you remember?
Yeah, but it was our engineer playing. Guillaume, you remember?
I remember, but you were singing, so I know you can do it.
Yeah, I
can-
can, but it's a bit hard when you play at the same time and sing, you know?
I'm pretty sure you Formula One drivers can multitask. Let's be fair.
Yeah, well.
Good.
For everything, not for everything.
I'm really impressed. I want to try and pull together some kind of band from the grid. Is there anyone else that's got
I
any
think
hidden talent?
Daniel is by far the best singer.
Mm.
Oh no, come on! Like usually when we do the barbecues at Christian's place for British Grand Prix, always like at the karaoke, and he's the best of all of us all by far. So
No, I don't think so. I don't think. You always have the best idea for the song. You choose the songs always.
Usually I choose the song and the sing.
Yeah, the most surreal moment about Christian's barbecue last year was it that Jerry's daughter Bluebell came out and started doing some rap. She's pretty talented, actually, I have to say. But there you go. That's excellent. Well done. I was rather hoping you were going to sing Pierre some Celine Dion or something like that. We'll save that for next time.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
It's better.
Yeah. Should we get just onto the F1 side of things? You know, what are you hearing from internally? Are we thinking that Austria could be a go? I mean, that would be obviously nice for the Red Bull AlphaTauri sort of combined teams, wouldn't it, to start there? Good place.
Well,
Yeah.
I think at the moment, the first one on plan is French Grand Prix, but obviously I think it seems to be very difficult, and seems like Austrian Grand Prix is the first one that will take place. So yeah, honestly, if we manage to make it happen, I don't think I have much more information compared to you guys, but if it does happen beginning of July and we can start the season, that will be amazing, because it seems quite difficult in terms of organization and just to make it happen. But I think if season starts beginning of July, it still gives us some time to make some decent number of races until the end of the year, and that will be great.
Yeah, and indeed it could well stretch into the beginning of 2021. But I guess we just all want to go racing. I mean, it would be fantastic, as Simon says, for Red Bull and for you guys to have the first race there. I mean, you know, a massive boost to everyone, even if it is behind closed doors. You touched on the Red Bull family there being at Christian's house. Obviously, it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride for you both, but you're still very much included. You still feel very positive about your careers with the team, both AlphaTauri and the wider sister team.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, you know, of course, it's better to talk individually, but what I can say for myself, obviously, Red Bull, you know, has been backing my career for a long time now, since junior years, since karting actually. So yeah, this is a long productive partnerships, and of course, there is no productive partnership without ups and downs. So that's how it goes sometimes. So, but of course, I can talk for myself here. So, but of course, it's always great to have an opportunity to be in Formula One and to keep racing. Now we just all can't wait to start racing again. That's all that matters right now, really.
You've had very similar experiences, haven't you? Sorry, Nats. You both had very similar experiences with Red Bull and AlphaTauri or Toro Rosso as it was. Has that drawn you guys together and made you quite a tight-knit team, do you think? You two, in particular.
Well, the thing is, we know with Daniel since 2009, I think. So we kind of already knew each other in the past, and same, we raced in 2 liters. So I will not say it put us closer, but I think we kind of understand the situation we were both in, and yeah, understand the whole system a bit better. But no, I think we're working well together. We had, I think, a productive and quite successful 6 months together last year with Toro Rosso, and things are going well. So of course we are, I think, both can't wait to get started this year. Yeah, I think we both get on really well together.
Yeah, I tell you what, it must have been great to finish on such a high towards the end of last year, and the whole story charted so well on the Netflix Drive to Survive. I mean, it had everything, didn't it? What's been your feedback on that series?
Well, my friends last year told me was of course, I have really close friends from my hometown and following me since I'm in karting and supporting me all these years, and from last year, middle of the season, because of course I will tell them all the inside stories and how all the things will work and the struggles I had there, and with the way everything ended, they just say like, yeah, it's like a Hollywood movie, something you will not even believe, like watching a movie, because there were so many things happening. Of course, there were many things that were showed and other things that were not showed, and stuff that people know, but also inside story that should stay private and also confidential. But yeah, knowing everything from the inside was pretty intense, and yeah, it was really good to finish with that podium in Brazil.
Yeah, amazing. We were talking to Jenson Button in one of these podcasts, and he keeps his World Championship trophy, or he was at the time. It was next to his toilet. I don't know, Danny, if you've got your trophy from your podium in Germany of last year. Is that in pride of place? Can we see that as well? And we're moving you around all over your flat. Sorry about that.
If you want. Here, it's next to bananas.
Look at that.
Not quite the toilet, but yeah, next to my fruit basket.
Where all good trophies should be kept. They're a fruit basket.
I mean, you know what? When you look back at the race,
was it the podium in Formula One that tasted the best, or what?
It's very, very, how to say, well, it's easy to answer. Yeah, I think, well, first podium is always special, of course, like I guess you know, but still the one with Toro Rosso always is a bit more
unexpected.
Yeah, you know, with Red Bull Racing, it was a bit like a must, like something that, and also when I was there, the team was going through tough periods. So for them, it was like something not so unusual because they won already 4 titles. But for Toro Rosso at that moment, it was 11 years since their last podium. So it was, something a lot more crazy.
Just like the race itself. I mean, that was bonkers watching that back.
Yeah, I guess all our couple of races, Germany, Brazil, they were all quite eventful, no? So, and in Germany, of course, the rain was to start, and I remember at the start, like you could see nothing really behind the other cars. Really, the visibility was zero. Like in that main straight, in that back straight, I was driving like 300 kph and just blind, just basically going with hoping that I don't hit anything. And then first laps were crazy, and then I think the crucial moment was to pass on the slicks on the right time. That was about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind more races like this. Even like driving it, the adrenaline and the excitement you get, because you know everything can happen until the last moment. And I think in the last 10 laps completely changed.
Yeah, it's true, but just not enjoyable to drive blind in the wet. That's I admit that's not very enjoyable. You also must experience this, no?
Yeah, also, the thing is, I believe that we all feel the same thing. So if we all stay flat out, then it should be fine for everybody. Nobody back up. That's the rule.
Yeah, give us an indication. I've always wondered about it. You know, it's not often. I mean, how many wet races did we get last year? I can't remember off the top of my head. But when it's like that, when it's absolutely been hosing it down, then it goes wet, dry. To drive in not only dirty air, but the spray from the car in front of you. Can you just describe to us who've never done it what it feels like and how much scarier it is? Danny, can I start with you on that?
Yeah, well, I mean, there are two different, scenarios. First lap, when there is spray coming from many cars in front of you, and especially we often start not from the front of the grid, and there it's just blind. It's just like in the back straight when there is a lot of spray, you just can't see anything, and you're just hoping that everyone is doing same as you, just basically staying flat, and you just try to get your braking point right in that situation, but you don't see the boards, nothing. So it's just pure instinct. And then when it's one car in front of you, then you just try to change your lines a little bit, in order to avoid the spray as much as you can, to be able to see something. It happens also a lot in Spa, for example, when it rains hard, like in junior categories. I had some races where you really can't see anything again behind the other car. So it's entertaining, but also a bit uncomfortable.
Well, especially in this condition, like, I don't know how you find it, but what the most difficult is because you can't see even like in front of you, like 3 meters in front of you. You can't also see what's happening behind. So you just need to rely on others. You can put yourself in the right place with the cars. You can see more or less in front of you. But in your mirrors, in these conditions, you just don't see anything. So you just need to hope the guy behind is not trying something silly, because you can't see anything as well. So all really like instinct, and you need to react really last moment with what you see.
So a lot of trust in each other, a lot of respect obviously required between you all. Are you racing from memory then about that track? Have you just got the track in your mind and you're just playing it out almost like you're on a sim?
Yeah, I guess no. It's like you just try to see with laterally and try to remember where is more or less the braking point, and you start braking gradually. I guess you can't be very braking very sharply in those situations, because everyone is blind in front of you and behind you. So you have to really trust each other also, and it's thinking about it, you're right. It's probably a lot of trust to the other guys.
And then if you throw aquaplaning into the mix as well, I mean, that's just I tell you what, Simon, that's why they earn the big bucks.
That's why they do. Exactly right. I was going to say, actually, because you being in Monaco at the moment, is there any other F1 drivers in your block, Danny, or nearby at the moment?
I think Max is here now. I don't know if he's still here or not. And who else? I think Giovinazzi is also in Monaco. But we are all pretty much stuck to our area. So we can't, we can't do anything. We would love to maybe organize a simulator night, but we can't.
Why can't you be on the? Why can't you boys get a sim racing team together like the other lads have? There's 7 in it.
Yeah, Pierre hasn't got a sim.
You've not got a sim.
I have the setup at home, and that's why I'm a bit. At the moment, I'm a bit sad not to be back home, because in Italy I have a really, really good sim there, and I do play sometimes. So I'll try to get on it as soon as I can get back to Europe.
Yeah, and I have trouble connecting something with my PlayStation 4 that doesn't work, and I don't know. I tried so many things already, but it just doesn't go online. So I'm just stuck playing against myself.
And playing the electric guitar. That's good.
That's like the excuse that Anthony Davidson keeps giving for finishing last. It's basically, he says, "Oh yeah, I can only get like." I think he's not even got broadband. I don't think. I think he's got such a bad internet connection. At least that's what he keeps saying. Boys, before we leave you, what are you? What's the plans then? Is it just training as much as you can and just hanging out for information like the rest of us? Pierre?
I will say I stayed in Dubai really because I really had everything I needed here to train, starting from the gym and
sorry, it fell.
Yeah, don't put it on your bananas. Try to change your setup. I don't know what you're doing now.
No, mate, I tried to put it in the right place now. I lost it.
But mainly for training here, because I have a much better setup here than I have at home. That's one of the main reason we stayed here. And after just as I said, studying a bit my Italian, trying to improve, getting ready for my boat license, and then just trying to stay in the best conditions I can to be ready when it goes green again. So hopefully very soon, because obviously I'm missing racing in F1 a lot right now. I don't have the sim, so it doesn't seem to work for you, Danny. But I'm missing it. I'm missing this a lot, and hopefully we can get back to the action very soon.
I heard boat license. You're gonna take us on the boat ride.
Once I pass it, I can take you for a little tour.
There we go. That's our next feature, Simon, with the AlphaTauri boys out on the boat.
We can combine it. We can form that band and then get it to play on Pierre's boat. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it in Monaco Harbour next year.
I hope it's a big boat, mate.
Yeah.
We can get you a big boat. It's F1. There'll be one knocking around somewhere, won't there?
Good. The helipad.
Guys, it's fantastic to talk to you. I really appreciate it. Danny, well done for getting on with. You've probably only got about 3% left on that battery, and it looks like you're having all sorts of IT problems at home. So thanks for coming on. We do appreciate it. Stay safe, and we hope we'll see you hopefully early July. Let's hope so at some point anyway. So thanks to Pierre, thanks to Danny, thanks to Natalie. We're back with Charles Leclerc, talking of successful sim drivers, the man that keeps on winning. So we're talking to him on Friday, and there's also the first watch along, which is Johnny's victory in the European Grand Prix in 1999. That's with Ted, Martin, Crofty and Johnny, and that's online now. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon. Appreciate the time.
Ciao.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.